Hey there, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson. So we're looking at the 4 positions in doubles this week and kind of what their jobs are. Today we're looking at the returning position, and I've got my net counterpart up here in Mark to kind of play the ideas off. First off, biggest job that I think this returner has to do consistently is avoid this player. It's just so devastating when the return of serve goes at this net player. Even if it's a difficult shot, if I put pressure on him, I'd much rather hit kind of an average return back to the baseliner than a great shot at Mark, simply because the point gets so accelerated and it's tough for myself and my partner to get rhythm and craft a point or get some of these patterns going. All right, so my number one job is always to make sure that on a consistent basis, I can hit a return that avoids Mark. And I love the idea that, I know that the half court idea seems small, but there is so much value in this idea of aiming small and missing small. So be very careful about going out and maybe practicing avoiding this player and getting tentative, like, oh gosh, I don't want to hit to him. Because now obviously a decent net player can poach that. So you've got to feel that in a half-court setting cross-court, that with that small target idea, you make a nice aggressive swing. You obviously don't need to hit a winning return. We do want to get to this idea, which is next, of getting my partner involved. But play a ball that's still inside the singles court, get some top spin with that forehand. If it's that inside backhand, even a little bit of slice a lot of times is a good way to avoid this guy up here. And then to me, we're off and running, okay? Which leads us into the next idea. I've got my partner up here, okay? And as we've seen in previous videos, it's such an important job of the baseliner in doubles to get the net player involved. So how do I get my partner involved once I've gotten that return cross court? I've got to make sure I have command of depth number 1, okay? Any ball that I can get in the back third of the court likely should really hold that baseline player in a pretty deep position. The farther they are back, the more active my player can be up here. If I start hitting the ball shallow cross court and we start to visualize this cross court player approaching on the ball, my partner is less likely to be active and getting their racket on a lot of balls. So depth is the number 1 way that I get my net partner involved. The second would be spin. I think, as we all know, a heavy top spin ball, even if it's a little shallow, kicks up and should push that opponent back. So that's extremely important in my book as well. Also slice. If we can visualize a good slice, staying low to that player out there, they have to hit that ball up. That's another scenario where my partner, seeing a baseliner going low to pick up slice, can advance up and start to get really active on that ball. Okay, so depth number 1, top spin and slice 2. If I take care of those couple ideas, I'm going to see my player up here get a lot of balls on the racket, okay? And third point, I obviously don't want them having all the fun, right? So I want to get myself in as well. And those points that I just knocked off on how to hit the shots, top spin, slice, depth, if I can do those on a consistent basis while avoiding this net player, there's going to be windows of opportunity for me to start to glide in as well. And I think I've made this point pretty clear. A baseliner who consistently only sees one player up and one player always back has a much bigger space to kind of lock into. That's going to give them the feeling of safety and control. So if I'm able to work my way in off depth, top spin, and slice, and create a 2-player set up here at the net, now there's not great windows for these players to go around. We've negated the net player who could do some damage to us, and now it's a 2 at net, 1 baseline, 1 net player scenario. I'll take that all day, every day. Okay, so that, you know, return position, cross court, avoid that net player, so key. Compound that with depth, spins, all that good stuff. Not needing to hit winners. Be really clear. If we want them involved and I'm trying to go for winners, even if I'm pulling them off, my player's not really involved up there. They're just kind of watching me hit shots. So get them involved and then get yourself involved. You know, don't worry about finding that perfect approach shot to get in. There are so many opportunities short hopping the ball, taking balls out of the air, where you can manufacture ways to get in that maybe aren't so cookie cutter, and you're going to see a real improvement in your doubles play as the returner if you can do those things, okay? And that's all I got for you today. Hope that was super helpful. Please click like below this video. And if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so, as well as check down below me in the description of this video. You'll find the link to 3 free courses Mark and I have put together. I think you'll find those really helpful as well. All right, so until next time, be well. We'll see you soon at Daily Tennis Lesson.